Brought to you by Penguin.
Then She Was Gone, by Lisa Jewell. Read by Gabrielle Glaister. Prologue. Those months, the months before she disappeared, were the best months. Really, just the best. Every moment presented itself to her like a gift and said, "Here I am. Another perfect moment. Just look at me. Can you believe how lovely I am?" Every morning was a flurry of mascara and butterflies, quickening pulse as she neared the school gates, blooming joy as her eyes found him. School was no longer a cage. It was the bustling, spotlit film set for her love story. Ellie Mack could not believe that Theo Goodman had wanted to go out with her. Theo Goodman was the best-looking boy in Year 11, bar none. He'd also been the best-looking boy in Year 10, Year 9, and Year 8. Not Year 7, though. None of the boys in Year 7 were good-looking. They were all tiny, bug-eyed babies in huge shoes and oversized blazers. Theo Goodman had never had a girlfriend, and everyone thought maybe he was gay. He was kind of pretty for a boy and very thin, and just basically really, really nice. Ellie had dreamed about being with him for years, whether he was gay or not. She would have been happy just to have been his friend. His young, pretty mum walked to school with him every day. She wore gym gear and had her hair in a ponytail, and usually had a small white dog with her that Theo would pick up and kiss on the cheek before placing it gently back down on the pavement. Then he would kiss his mum and saunter through the gates. He didn't care who saw. He wasn't embarrassed by the powder-puff dog or his mum. He was self-assured. Then one day last year, just after the summer holiday, he had struck up a conversation with her. Just like that. During lunch, something to do with some homework assignment or other. And Ellie, who really knew nothing much about anything, knew immediately that he wasn't gay, and that he was talking to her because he liked her. It was totally obvious. And then, just like that, they were boyfriend and girlfriend. She thought it would be more complicated. But one wrong move, one tiny kink in the timeline, it was all over. Not just their love story, but all of it. Youth, life, Ellie Mack, all gone. All gone forever. If she could rewind the timeline, untwist it and roll it back the other way like a ball of wool, she'd see the knots in the yarn, the warning signs. Looking at it backwards, it was obvious all along. But back then, when she knew nothing about anything, she had not seen it coming. She had walked straight into it with her eyes open. Part 1. Chapter 1. Laurel let herself into her daughter's flat. It was, even on this relatively bright day, dark and gloomy. The window at the front was overwhelmed by a terrible tangle of wisteria, while the other side of the flat was completely overshadowed by the small woodland it backed onto. An impulse buy. That's what it had been. Hannah had just got her first bonus and wanted to throw it at something solid before it evaporated. The people she'd bought the flat from had filled it with beautiful things, but Hannah never had the time to shop for furnishings, and the flat now looked like a sad post-divorce downsizer. The fact that she didn't mind her mum coming in when she was out and cleaning it was proof that the flat was no more than a glorified hotel room to her. Laurel swept by force of habit.
Sample complete.
Ready to continue?